Hey everybody, it's Jay Witz here, and oh man, we got it all. We really got it all. There was a new Pokemon Sun and Moon trailer. Actually, a set of different trailers. One that was English and one that was primarily for the Japanese audience. And I'm going to be taking info from both of them, but we got a ton of info. We got starters, we got a region, we got gameplay footage, we got legendaries, we got a release date. Everything you could have wanted wrapped into two beautiful trailers, and I just cannot wait to talk about it. I honestly shouldn't be talking about it. If you looked at my house right now, I've talked in my update video. You can go and check out my update video right now if you want to know what's going on. But we are moving. I've got a new job at Twitch in San Francisco. My whole house is boxes. Completely boxes. I'm also tethering internet from my phone, so hopefully this video actually gets to you guys. I really shouldn't be doing a video. We are out the door very soon moving, but there's too much awesome news. I just wanted to share my genuine reactions. I usually sit down and edit this. This really isn't edited at all. I've got some footnotes. We'll probably cut things up, but I just wanted to give you guys my reaction to this news, to this trailer, because so much is going on. So let's dig in. So the big thing a lot of people are going to gravitate to are the starters. It's your first big decision in any Pokemon game. You gotta pick a starter, gotta find your companion, who are you gonna grow up with, and we've got three. So the first one's Rowlet. It's very owl-based. It's got the head tilt, turn, and everything. It's grass and flying and has the overgrowth ability. On the website for Pokemon, they have a couple of different things about the starters. I noticed this thanks to Maryland, that there was an attack called Leafage, which we certainly haven't seen before. So that's a new attack. We don't know anything about it, but they just mentioned like one attack that each Pokemon will come with. I think Rowlet's the only one with an attack we haven't heard of before. There's also Litten. It's lit. Literally, it's fire. It's got the Blaze ability, and it shoots flaming hairballs. It uses its hair and the oils on it, lights them on fire and shoots them. That's the lore they put on the website, which I think is wonderful. I would love to see this one. This is my chosen starter, just based on first impression of these three. I think Litten looks awesome. I would love to see this turn into some type of like dark fire cat, and that way we could have some fun rivalry between the dark fire dog and Houndoom, but we'll see. There's also Popplio. I feel like, just on initial reactions of what I've seen on Twitter, Popplio seems to be like the Chespin of this generation, like maybe the least popular of the three. I could be totally wrong. This is just my initial reaction based on what people were saying. People just seem really hyped over the owl, and it's lit in. But Popplio is a sea lion, and it has the torrent ability. I will say Popplio has the best bonus art that they show on the website. Absolutely adorable. So it looks very much like the sea lion performers that you do see in aquariums. So aside from the starters, we also got a look at the new region. It's called Alola, and it is very clearly Hawaii inspired. A lot of people were speculating this when we saw that opening Sun and Moon short teaser. There was a big resort-looking area. I mentioned I thought tropical. I kind of thought Hawaii myself, and boom! Here it is. And I really feel like they're actually doing a great job of capturing the sort of spirit of Hawaii. I've been to Hawaii many different times, a lot of the different islands, and I feel like they've got a cool balance here between the nature that you see, the wide open nature and huge open water areas in Hawaii, and also some of the more touristy areas. They've got the small, like, local towns, but also these huge, like, big city-looking areas. I do see another sort of Lumiose-style navigation where you have the camera behind the main character, so we'll probably have something like that again, similar to X and Y. But overall, I just love the feel of this region. I love the design of the characters that I've seen so far. Probably your professor. I do see an older man also reveal the starters alongside him, so my guess is there's probably like a young professor, old professor relationship like what we got with the Junipers, but I like him. We also get a brief look at the player character, or player avatar, the character that you'll be playing as in these games, male and female. There's more time seen with the male character, but the female one is in there as well. One thing I see some people excited about is there is now a fourth option for the skin tones of the characters. There were only 3 in X and Y, I think. So that's good. I'd obviously love to see as many of these as possible. 4 isn't like the biggest celebration of all time, but it is great There's a lot of diversity in Pokemon fandoms, and they even touch on that in the Japanese trailer, which I'll talk about in a second. But I just think it's nice that they're adding a little bit in that regard. Still no sign of the addition of being able to change your character's clothes, like in Kalos. They might always keep that in Kalos, but I've got my eyes peeled just in case. But at the very least, you can do a little bit to make this trainer feel your own. At first glance, I honestly feel like these trainers look older. I know that's always sort of been the gut reaction. Maybe it's just because I'm getting older that I hope that the character keeps getting older, but I really feel like just looking at this character versus the X and Y one, I don't know if they look taller. Maybe they look absolutely identical and I'm just crazy, but that was just one of the first reactions I had. I was like, oh, they look a tiny bit older. It was sort of like when we first saw the black and white avatars. Oh, they look a tiny bit older than the ones before. And a pretty big surprise to me, the video was like, your new starters are revealed, and then at the end they're like, oh, by the way, here's some legendaries too. We have a Sun Lion inspired design and a Moon Bat inspired design. I wish that I knew more about the various lore or mythology that could have gone into these decisions. I unfortunately don't. I'd love to sit down and game explain this stuff out, but we are moving, we are out the door. So all I can really say is I'm not upset looking at these designs. I know they are slightly, like some people say, over-designed. They're slightly complicated, but I don't think they're too complicated. I think they're simple enough where they're easily identifiable. I like them both. I'm going to be playing the Sun version, so I'm excited with the lion design. I think it's really cool. You can almost see like the night sky when they do the close-up inside of its face. So I know literally nothing about the legendaries. I wish I had more to say about them, but I just think it's crazy that they're showing us the starters and legendaries and all that good stuff, all in one tight little package. And finally, we do have release dates for these games. It's not a shocking date. Pokemon, as of late, has liked to drop their games either in October or November, but some people really like doing a countdown, knowing the exact day when games are coming out, and we've got it. It is November 18th. For the North America and Japanese launches, and unfortunately for my friends in Europe, like the release that they did with Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, they're getting it a few days later on November 23rd. But overall, the wait is definitely not that long. November is not that far away, and I simply cannot wait to play these games. And my god, if I can say anything about today, the number one thing I'm the most excited for is this did not get leaked in some dumb fashion. For the longest time, Pokemon reveals have been kind of anti-hype for me because I have to pull usually from like really shoddy camera pictures over a magazine from Coro Coro leaks or something of that nature. Or even if it is video, sometimes like video footage gets shared before the actual trailers come in. And it was just a blast to finally get something brand new, completely fresh, and in a couple of different formats, too. I did want to touch on it. I really feel like a lot of people haven't been able to see it. There's a Japanese trailer as well, in addition to the English trailer. And the Japanese trailer actually focuses much less on gameplay footage and reveals, but more on building a story. And I really just think it's an extremely touching story. It's about a Japanese kid, seems like he moves into Hawaii and feels like he's having trouble meeting people, connecting with people in a new area. And it just tells the story of how, across cultures, people can bond over that common language of Pokemon. It almost brought a tear to my eye. I really wish that we got more of these trailers over here, just because I feel like so many of you who have seen the English trailer have not gotten a taste of that, and I just think it's gorgeous. But overall, Pokemon is gorgeous. That's a very true story. I've met so many people all over the world because of this game, and I cannot wait to share my thoughts and this shared excitement with all of you on YouTube as we get more news about this game. I've rambled enough as is, so that's all I've got. This is why I usually script these. If you liked this video, consider subscribing to get updates when we make new content. I'm going to try and do news updates whenever we get new stuff on these Pokemon games. It's really, really crazy that it's all here already, and if you want to hear more, we'll be sharing it here on this channel. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and I hope you guys are enjoying this news as much as I am.